Hi students, good morning to one and all. Previous classes discussed about the Unit 5 cell structures and functions. The chapter names cell diet of life, biomolecules, cell cycle and cell division. Dear students, today onwards discuss about the Unit 7 plant ecology. The chapter 13 ecological adaptations. First now, what is meaning of plant ecology? By means the study of reciprocal relationship between the plants and surrounding the environment, that is called plant ecology. Who is father of plant ecology in India? That is Ramdeo Misra. And ecological plants to be communicated into the 4 groups levels, that is biological organisms, populations, communities and biomass. So ecological plants of including is always depend upon to the suitable for their surrounding environments. Now, using warming, a Danish botanist classified plant communities into 3 major ecological groups, that is hydrophytes, mesophytes and xerophytes, based on depends and relations of plants to water. Based on depends and relation of plants to water. Who is using warming? So plant communities into 3 major ecological groups, that is such as hydrophytes, mesophytes and xerophytes. So first now, what is meaning of hydrophytes? Some plants grown in water or very wet places or very wet conditions, that is known as hydrophytes. Given the example for here, Fischia, Nymphaea, Hydrilla, Wulfia, Eichhornia, Wallisneria and Limnophila. These are the hydrophytes. Okay now. Hydrophytes means in some plants grown in water or very wet places or very wet conditions, that is called hydrophytes. Given the examples for hydrophytes such as Fischia, Nymphaea, Hydrilla, Wallisneria, Limnophila and Wulfia, Lemna, Azulna. Next, coming to what is meaning of mesophytes? Most of the plants grown on terrestrial soils, that is to be grown in medium temperatures or heavy temperatures, that is known as mesophytes. Given the examples for here, all dicotyledon plants and all monocotyledon plants, especially named banyan tree, mango and maize, sugarcane, wheat. Next, coming to xerophytes. In few plants grown in habitats where water is deficiency, water is not deficiency, or soil is physiological dry, that is called xerophytes. By means soil is totally physiologically dry, that is named xerophytes. Given the examples for here, Casuarina, aloe vera, Ophansia, Nerium. These are the examples for here, xerophytes. Now today onwards discuss about the hydrophytes. What are hydrophytes? How many different kinds of hydrophytes given with the examples. Now dear students, hydrophytes means plants that grow in water. Plants that grow in water or in very wet places are called hydrophytes or aquatic plants. So these are further subdivided into 5 categories according to their mode of living in water. So dear students, hydrophytes is further divided into 5 categories according to their mode of living in water. So there are namely 5 categories. First one here, free floating hydrophytes. Second one here, rooted hydrophytes with floating leaves. Third one here, submerged suspended hydrophytes. Fourth one here, submerged rooted hydrophytes. Fifth one here, amphibious plants. Dear students, these are the diagrammatic representation of different kinds of plant groups, especially different kinds of hydrophytic plant groups. So in this first diagram are here free floating hydrophytes, and second diagram are here rooted hydrophytes with floating leaves. Third diagram are here submerged suspended hydrophytes. Fourth diagram here submerged rooted hydrophytes. Fifth diagram are here amphibious plants. So this is a first category of diagram. This is a second category of diagram. This is a third category of diagram. This is a fourth category of diagram. This is a fifth category of diagram. Discuss about one by one. Now first one here, free floating hydrophytes. So dear students, free floating hydrophytes, given the example for here Pistia, lemna and salvinia. These are the best examples for here free floating hydrophytes. Dear students, this is a free floating hydrophyte, that is Pistia. So characters are here. These have no contact with the soil and thus float freely on water surface. So Pistia is generally free float on the water surface. So there is no contact with the soil. So roots are present, and at the same time, so at the tip of the root containing root packets, not root caps, only containing root pockets. That is the free floating hydrophytes. Okay now, free floating hydrophytes, given the examples for here Pistia, lemna and salvinia. But here the best example are here Pistia. So dear students, this is a elongated internode that is named offset and surrounded by rosette leaves. These are the rosette leaves, and having the several advantageous roots. Okay now, several advantageous roots. So these roots are containing root packets. That is named balancing roots. These are the balancing roots. So dear students, in generally one elongated internode length, that is called offset, and surrounded by two nodes. So above the node would be containing rosette leaves, and below the node containing balancing roots. So these are the balancing roots, one type of advantageous roots. And these balancing roots containing only root packets. So here these have no contact with soil, freely floating on the water. So it has float freely on water surface. Next, coming to second one here, rooted hydrophytes with floating leaves. Given the examples for here Nymphaea and Victoria regia. The best example are here Nymphaea. This is a Nymphaea diagram. So dear students, what are the character features of rooted hydrophytes with floating leaves? So dear students, root of these are fixed to substratum. So roots, these are the roots. So these roots is always fixed to the substratum or fixed to be mud. mud. So this is a stem of the rhizome. Dear students, nymphaea containing stem of the rhizome. That is underground stem is modified to rhizome. In this nymphaea, the underground stem is modified to rhizome, and in this rhizome will be containing smaller size of the roots. So these roots is always attached to the substratum or attached to the mud. Attached to the mud. So roots of these are fixed to substratum or mud, but they containing long pitules. Containing long pitules, and long petiolate leaves keep them floating on water surface. So in generally, in most of the mesophytic plants and xerophytic plants, petiole is smaller in size, but the nymphaea and Victorioregia, the petiole is longer in size. So the leaves are having to longer size of the petiole. So yearly keep on the upper of the water surface. Clearly shown of the water surface. They are floating on water surface. Easily they are floating on water surface. Okay, now dear students, this is a underground rhizome and containing roots and containing leaves and also buds and also flowers. The main importance are here. So longer size of the petiole containing, and then after the upper surface of the leaves is freely floating on the water surface. And also upper surface of the leaves is also containing one waxy coat. Next, coming to third one here, submerged suspensed hydrophytes. Given the examples for here, Hydrilla and Epicleria. Dear students, the best example are here Hydrilla. This is a Hydrilla. Okay, now. So dear students, these have contact only with water. So totally plant contact with water and being completely submerged. By means at the bottom of the water, and not rooted in the mud. So there is no roots are present in the Hydrilla. After some time, so these leaves are modified to branched roots. Some of the leaves are modified to branched roots. First early stage of the Hydrilla not will be containing roots. That is submerged suspensed hydrophytes. So Hydrilla and also Epicleria is also grown in bottom of the water or submerged water. There is no leaves. There is no roots. Leaves are present, but roots are absent. So after some time, so lower leaves modified to roots. So this is a Hydrilla. And next, coming to fourth one here, submerged rooted hydrophytes. Given the examples are here, Wallisneria. The best examples are here, Wallisneria. So dear students, these are completely submerged in water. By means these are completely grown in bottom of the water and attached to the substratum by their root system. Attached to the mud by with the help of root system. So dear students, Wallisneria is also containing underground stem, that is rhizome, and rhizome will be containing roots and ripple-like structure of the stems, and leaves are present. Ripple-like structure of the leaves are present, and totally plant body is modified ripple-like structure. So some of them are here containing male flowers, and some of them are containing female flowers. That is the importance of Wallisneria. Okay, now next fifth one here, amphibious plants. The best example are here Sagittaria and Typha and Limnophila. The best example are here Limnophila. So dear students, So these live partially in water and partially in air. Partially in air. So in these plants to grow. So partially in water and partially in air. The plant body exists. Some of them grown in water and some of them grown in air. That is amphibious plants. Amphibious plants. So totally plant body not grown in water. So 75% of the plant body grown in water and 25% of the plant body grown in air. Grown in air. That is amphibious plants. That is amphibious plants. So in this plants it will be containing roots and also submerged discussed leaves, submerged dissected leaves and also aerial leaves. These are the 5 categories of hydrophytes. 5 categories of hydrophytes. 5 categories of hydrophytes according to their mode of living in water. Their mode of living in water. So these are the hydrophytes. So dear students, the question are here. What are hydrophytes? So given the different kinds of hydrophytes with the given examples. So here 5 categories are here. So these are the free-floating hydrophytes, rooted hydrophytes with floating leaves, submerged suspended hydrophytes, submerged rooted hydrophytes, and amphibious plants. So this is about the hydrophytes, that is what are hydrophytes. Give the different kinds of hydrophytes with an examples. This question is very important in IPA pattern. Okay, now thank you.